Hello, dear listener. Welcome. Settle in. Find your most comfortable space, perhaps dim the lights, or let the soft glow of twilight outside your window be your guide. Close your eyes, if it feels right, and simply breathe. Deep, slow, measured breaths. Feel the air as it enters your body, bringing calm, and feel it as it leaves, carrying away any tension, any lingering worries from the day. This moment, right now, is solely for you. A quiet interlude, a gentle descent into tranquility, as we explore a world woven from sound and imagination, the world in dreams. Tonight, we're going to drift through the ethereal landscape of Duster's fifth studio album, appropriately titled In Dreams. But more than just the music itself, we'll journey into the very essence of what dreams are, what they mean to us, and how an album can become a mirror to our inner, nocturnal lives. Duster, for those who have yet to encounter their unique sonic signature, crafts music that often feels like a memory half recalled, a whisper caught on a cool breeze. Their sound is frequently described as slowcore, a genre known for its deliberate pace, its hushed vocals, and its atmospheric, almost spectral quality. It's music that doesn't demand your attention with urgency, but rather invites you to sink into its depths, to let it wash over you like a tide at dusk. And with In Dreams, released digitally as a quiet surprise in August of 2024, and then physically later that year, they once again offer a profound auditory experience, one perfectly attuned to the twilight hours, to the space between wakefulness and sleep. The album arrives, as Tim Sendra of AllMusic beautifully puts it, as balm for troubled souls living in turbulent times. Just those words alone evoke a sense of quiet healing, don't they? A soothing salve applied to the weary spirit. And isn't that precisely what dreams can often be? A nightly ritual of repair, a psychological recalibration where our minds work tirelessly, silently, to mend the frayed edges of our daily existence. Think for a moment about the concept of balm. It's gentle, it's comforting, it's meant to alleviate pain or distress. In a world that often feels relentlessly fast, loud, and demanding, Duster's music, particularly this album, offers a counterpoint, a space for quiet introspection, a slowing down of the internal clock. This aligns so perfectly with the state we enter as we prepare for sleep. We seek comfort, we seek release, we seek a refuge from the day's turbulence. And In Dreams provides just that. Grayson Haver Curran, writing for Pitchfork, observed that In Dreams isn't at all a crash landing, but it is a soft one, as Duster settle into a perception of themselves rather than fly above it. This idea of a soft landing is profoundly resonant with the experience of sleep and dreams. We don't crash into sleep. Ideally, we glide, we drift, we descend gently. And within that descent, we enter a state where our perception shifts. We are no longer bound by the rigid laws of the waking world. We settle into a perception of ourselves that is perhaps more fluid, more introspective, more intimately connected to our subconscious truths. Dreams allow us to explore different facets of ourselves, to perceive realities that our waking minds might shy away from, or simply not have the capacity to process. It's a journey inward, guided by the soft currents of our own minds. The critics speak of the album's sound in terms that are themselves evocative of the dream state. Far Out magazine describes some of the songs as vintage, gritty sounding, narcotic and profound. Let's unpack those words gently, like unwrapping a cherished old memory. Vintage speaks to a timeless quality, a sense of nostalgia, perhaps for feelings or moments that exist only in the archives of our minds. Dreams often have this vintage quality, don't they? They pull from our past, from half-forgotten faces and places, weaving them into new narratives. There's a certain grainy texture to many dreams, a subtle patina of age that makes them feel both familiar and strangely distant. gritty sounding, suggests a raw honesty and unpolished authenticity. Dreams, for all their fantastical elements, can often confront us with raw, unfiltered emotions. They strip away the pretenses of our waking selves, revealing the anxieties, desires, and fears that lie beneath the surface. This grittiness is not harshness, but rather a profound truthfulness, an unvarnished glimpse into our inner landscapes. And then, narcotic. This word, perhaps more than any other, perfectly encapsulates the album's atmosphere and its connection to the dream world. A narcotic induces a state of altered consciousness, a gentle detachment from reality, a profound sense of ease or even euphoria. The music of In Dreams possesses this quality. It slows down time, it blurs the edges of your awareness, drawing you into a semi-hypnotic state. As your mind prepares for sleep, the body naturally releases chemicals that quiet the nervous system, preparing you for the deep immersion of slumber. This album's sound mirrors that physiological shift, guiding you into that peaceful, disoriented space where the ordinary gives way to the extraordinary, where waking logic dissipates, and the logic of dreams takes over. It's a profound sense of surrender, a release into the currents of the subconscious. Mojo magazine added to this tapestry of descriptions, referring to the album's melodies as sluggish, warm, and desolate, their arrangements spare but affecting. Again, these words are profoundly connected to the experience of drifting off to sleep. Sluggish implies a slowing down, a natural deceleration of thought and movement. Our bodies become heavy, our minds wander, and the swift currents of the day give way to a gentler, more meandering flow. This isn't a negative sluggishness, but a welcome one, an invitation to release control. Warm evokes comfort, safety, the feeling of being enfolded. It's the warmth of your bed, the warmth of a comforting thought, the warmth of finally being at peace. Dreams, even unsettling ones, often take place within this internal warmth, a safe space created by our sleeping minds. And desolate. This might seem contradictory to warmth and comfort, but it speaks to a profound solitude. When we dream, we are utterly alone within our own minds. It's a desolation not of despair, but of complete self-containment. It's the quiet emptiness where new worlds can be built, where the self can explore without external interruption. The spare arrangements of Duster's music facilitate this. There are no overwhelming sonic landscapes, no crowded textures. Instead, there's ample space, ample quiet, allowing your own thoughts and feelings to emerge and resonate within the music. It's affecting precisely because it allows for this intimate, solitary communion. Uncut magazine further described, In Dreams, as picking up the thread they'd been weaving since their 2018 comeback, not too different from their 90s form, shimmering, chipped guitars, resigned, mumbling vocals, a vague sense of astral longing. The image of shimmering, chipped guitars immediately brings to mind the fragmented, iridescent quality of dream memories. Like sunlight on disturbed water, they shimmer, catching the light in fleeting, beautiful ways. Yet they are chipped, imperfect, not entirely whole, much like the way our conscious minds struggle to grasp the full, coherent narrative of a dream upon waking. Pieces are missing, details are hazy, but the overall impression, the emotional residue, remains. The resigned, mumbling vocals speak to the quiet surrender of sleep, the letting go of assertive speech, of the need to explain or justify. In dreams, we often communicate not through clear dialogue, but through feelings, symbols, and an unspoken understanding. The mumbled quality of the vocals in Duster's music mirrors this, inviting you to interpret, to feel, rather than to intellectually dissect. It's the voice of the subconscious, speaking in its own gentle, sometimes ambiguous, language. And finally, that exquisite phrase, a vague sense of astral longing. This touches upon something deeply philosophical about dreams. What is it that we long for when we reach for the astral? It's a yearning for connection to something larger than ourselves, a desire to transcend the mundane, to explore realms beyond the immediate physical world. Dreams have, for millennia, been seen as gateways to other dimensions, as messages from the divine, or as journeys of the soul. This astral longing speaks to our innate human desire for meaning, for connection to the cosmos, for understanding our place in the vast, mysterious universe. It's the feeling of looking up at the night sky and feeling both infinitely small and infinitely connected. Dreams can transport us to these vast internal spaces, allowing us to feel this profound sense of connection, this vague, yet powerful, longing for something just beyond our grasp. Now, let's delve a little deeper, moving beyond the poetic descriptions and into the fascinating science and philosophy of what happens when we go to sleep and embark on these nocturnal journeys. In dreams. Scientifically, sleep is not a passive state, but an incredibly active and complex process vital for our physical and mental health. Our journey into sleep begins with several stages. We first drift into NREM, non-rapid eye movement sleep, moving through lighter stages to deeper, restorative sleep. This is where our bodies repair, our immune systems strengthen, and our energy stores are replenished. But the magic of dreaming largely occurs during REM sleep. As we enter REM sleep, about 90 minutes after falling asleep, our brain activity actually becomes quite similar to our waking state. Our eyes dart back and forth, our breathing becomes more rapid and irregular, and our muscles become temporarily paralyzed, a fascinating evolutionary mechanism that prevents us from acting out our dreams. During REM, our limbic system, the emotional center of our brain, becomes highly active. This is why dreams are often so emotionally charged, so vivid, and sometimes so overwhelming. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for logic, reason, and decision-making, on the other hand, is significantly less active. This explains why dreams can often be so bizarre, illogical, and unbound by the rules of reality. Our internal editor is taking a well-deserved break, allowing for a free associative play of images, memories, and emotions. From a scientific perspective, dreams are thought to serve several crucial functions. One prominent theory is that they aid in memory consolidation, helping our brains process and store information from the day. They can help us sort through experiences, reinforce learning, and prune away unnecessary neural connections, much like decluttering a mental attic. Another theory suggests dreams are crucial for emotional regulation. During dreams, especially REM sleep, our brains can process difficult emotions, anxieties, and traumas in a safer, simulated environment. This might be why Dusteralbum can feel like a balm for troubled souls. It mirrors the brain's own nightly attempt to heal and comfort itself, to process the day's emotional residue. Think about the narcotic quality mentioned earlier. This isn't just a poetic flourish. During sleep, and particularly during REM, the brain releases various neurotransmitters that create an altered state of consciousness. Chemicals like acetylcholine are high, while others like norepinephrine are suppressed, leading to the vivid, hallucinatory experience of dreams, detached from external sensory input. This cocktail of neurochemicals creates an internal landscape that feels distinct from wakefulness, a sort of internal high, or trance, perfectly aligning with the album's described atmosphere. Philosoph. Equally, dreams have captivated humanity since time immemorial. Ancient civilizations viewed dreams as divine messages, prophecies, or journeys of the soul. Indigenous cultures often saw them as opportunities to connect with ancestors or spirit guides. For Carl Jung, dreams were a window into the collective unconscious, a repository of universal symbols and archetypes shared by all humanity. For Sigmund Freud, they were the royal road to the unconscious, revealing repressed desires and hidden conflicts. Even in modern philosophy, the nature of dreams challenges our understanding of reality. If a dream feels absolutely real, as vivid and emotionally compelling as waking life, what truly distinguishes one from the other? The philosophical problem of distinguishing reality from illusion is deeply intertwined with the experience of dreaming. Dusters, in Dreams, invites us to ponder this very question. When we listen to music that feels so deeply connected to our internal experience, so much like the texture of a memory or a fleeting thought, it blurs the lines between what is consciously perceived and what is subconsciously felt. The vague sense of astral longing that Uncut describes in Duster's music is a profound philosophical touchstone. It speaks to our species' enduring fascination with the transcendent, the spiritual, the cosmic. Are our dreams merely neural firings, or do they offer glimpses into realms beyond our waking comprehension? This longing isn't just for another place, but for another state of being, a connection to the vast unknown. It's the echo of ancient mystics and modern astrophysicists, all gazing at the stars, pondering our place in the universe. Dreams allow us to momentarily step outside the confines of our physical selves, to experience a different kind of reality, one that feels both intensely personal and universally connected. The shimmering, chipped guitars and resigned, mumbling vocals of Duster's album become metaphors for the very fabric of our dream lives. Dreams rarely present a linear, perfectly coherent narrative. They are often fragmented, impressionistic, shimmering with fleeting insights and then dissolving into ambiguity. The chipped quality suggests the imperfections, the gaps in our understanding, the way our conscious mind struggles to fully articulate the fluid logic of the dream state. And the mumbled, resigned vocals, they are the sounds of surrender, of letting go of the need for clarity, embracing the ambiguity and profound quietude of the subconscious. It's the voice of acceptance, of allowing thoughts and feelings to flow without judgment, much like we do, or should do, as we drift off to sleep. The album's unexpected release, a surprise album, also mirrors the nature of dreams themselves. They arrive unbidden, often surprising us with their content, their emotional intensity, or their sheer strangeness. We don't schedule our dreams. They emerge from the depths of our psyche, offering insights, processing emotions, or simply entertaining us with their boundless creativity. And just like a dream, this album feels like a gift, a serendipitous offering that arrives precisely when it's needed most. As we gently bring our journey through Dusters, in Dreams, to a close for tonight, consider how this music serves as a sonic bridge to your own inner world. It's an album designed not just for listening, but for feeling, for introspection, for guiding you into that peaceful space between wakefulness and slumber. It's a reminder that even in a world of constant motion, there are still pockets of profound quiet, of gentle comfort, of deep, resonant meaning. So, as the last notes of our shared exploration fade, I invite you once more to simply breathe. To allow the calm we've cultivated to settle deeply within you. Let the themes of healing, comfort, soft landings, and astral longing resonate gently as you prepare to embrace your own dreams. May they be peaceful, restorative, and profoundly insightful. Rest now, dear listener. May your night be filled with soft dreams, and may you awaken refreshed, renewed, and ready for a new day. Good night.